Hey TI family, Christina Marie here. My attacks are tenfold right now. So, directed energy weapons. So why is it so hard for people to understand what's going on? I'm gonna talk about a few things, so bear with me. But I'm really gonna expose this tenfold. It is what it is. So, thug life. Here I go. So, Russian spy unit suspected. Okay, this is my personal opinion about the Russian, whatever hoopla. I think the left made an offer to Russia during the election, after the election, actually, when they threw Trump under the bus. I don't do politics. They tell you in plain sight. Poly meaning many, ticks, parasite. Different wings, same bird, same agenda, same distraction, same manipulation. Vote for the lesser evil. Well, this pedophile over here isn't as bad as the pedophile over there. So makes sense, right? Yeah, okay. Um okay. Let's vote for the woman who's having MK Ultra seizures. I think she has some kind of disease and needs to be diagnosed. She has a health problem. No, her body is actually rejecting technology. So, what are they calling it? What is the Havana syndrome? They're giving it all these fancy names, so I'm definitely not going to fall into that. Let's label it to create another distraction from the truth. Havana syndrome, which is taking away from the actual truth that it being a directed energy attack. It doesn't have a fancy fucking name other than directed energy attack. So sickened. Yes, I'm sure they were sickened, but they're not going to tell you in detail how bad it actually was. And I can, because I'm a targeted individual and I experience the directed energy weapon attacks tenfold, day in, day out, including other things that I'll discuss on another video. That is just horrifically disgusting. But they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you about y2ks either. But here we go. So, wait, where was it at? All right, let me skip through that. Are directed energy... Can microwaves be used as a weapon? Well, let's see what Google says. And people don't believe that these weapons are actually real. The U.S. has developed microwave weapons to shoot down drones, or as non-lethal crowd control devices. So they can actually control crowds. We're talking stadiums of people. If you sit people in a stadium, a whole fucking stadium, and hit them with, I'm just going to use an example to name some frequencies, beta, theta, or delta, it's going to have an effect on them. It's going to not only change their mood, but if you change their emotions and the way that they feel, it's going to change their thought process. So it's called mind control. What are neural weapons? They're not real. There's no such thing as invisible weaponry. Good morning, Omni and Veronica. I can't seem to talk because it's a tongue twister. No, it's not. International law strongly prescribes the use of neuroweapons, which targets the brain and central nervous system. I'm sorry, should I read that again? International law strongly proscribes the use of neuroweapons, which target the brain and central nervous system, and can be chemical. Yes, they can use chemicals on you from a distance, biological, or toxin producing in nature. The CWC bans the production, acquisition, stockpiling, retention, and use of chemical weapons, but do they use it? Yes! Just because they ban it doesn't mean that they're not going to use it. This is what terrorism is called. Hello, is this thing on? Law. Notice how that just... Is that a coincidence? Could be. Law. So this is what we're dealing with. Brain dysfunction and brain structural damage, which I have, I'm pretty sure, experienced. I've heard cracking in my skull, popping, the left side of my face. The muscles in the left side of my face aren't working properly like they used to. They dominate the left side of my brain with the weapons that they use on me. Radiation causes human fatigue. Oh, yes, it does. Headaches, of course. Excitement. They can amplify your emotions by hacking into your nervous system and playing with your brain and your nervous system. Dreams, memory loss, and other symptoms. Okay, so they're telling you what doesn't anybody understand? 5G network and non-lethal weapon developed by the military. The Department of Defense has developed a non-lethal crowd control device called the Active Denial System. The 5G will operate on the same frequencies. You guys are being controlled. I'm done. I'm so fucking done. Is this thing on? Shall I go get my tinfoil hat for you? That is conductive to the technology. So who's the crazies now? Hello. Oh, God. Oh, let's see this one. Okay. So this, I'm going to talk about the 5G signals that can be blocked by physical barriers. No, this is military grade weaponry. So unless you're living in heavy duty iron, steel, and the thickest, biggest Faraday fucking cage ever created, to counter-attack, or not counter-attack, I probably shouldn't say that, but protect yourselves and shield yourselves. Good luck with that. Do trees protect from 5G? Yeah, they do. It's called grounding. Please do your research on that too. Israeli research. Oh, we should trust them. Let's trust the government. Let's trust the Israeli government right now. Who definitely has their hands in this honeypot of 5G. Just making sure. That will tie together more than 50 billion devices. And they call it the Internet of Things. They should have called it the Internet of Stuff, because it's just a whole bunch of stuff that's all connected. They're telling you in plain sight that it's all connected. 50 billion device, that's a whole lot that they have control over. And they can see you, and they can monitor you, and they can do all kinds of stuff. If the military is got a hold of the 5G and these Mark of the Beast rulers are ruling out their ruling of marks, then I'm and I think that's about it. I can't believe people are actually questioning Lockheed. Oh boy. Protection. Okay, so when it comes to military grade weaponry, I've tried everything. I have tried Bay Systems is working on a form of atmospheric shield to protect, to track targets. So they do use the terms targets. I'm a target individual. I'm also a victim, survivor of MK Ultra, Monarch programming. But all you shills out there, and trolls and sleepwalkers, directed energy weapons exist. It is a thing. And there are a lot of innocent people who are under the attacks of the enemy known as they, these terrorists who are trying to reel out their new world order and their agendas. The pain is horrific, a pain I can't even describe with words. When they're hitting the center of your chest, it feels like your heart is going to crumble. Your chest is going to shatter, especially when you're a fragile, tiny individual like myself who is 5'2", 105 pounds. Does my body stand a chance? I'm a very fragile female. And the individuals who are targeting me seem to not give a rat's ass. And my body is in severe pain. They microwave patches of my left arm to make me scratch it until it bleeds. And it is pretty much raw right now. Because a lot of TIs are a major threat to their trillion-dollar industries, who they consider whistleblowers, peacemakers. Unconditional love is obviously a threat in this world because there is an enemy who thrives off of evil and wickedness. So that's all I have to say about that. Get your bitcoins. Makes a lot of sense. The currency of the universe is knowledge. But get your electronic currency to connect you to a cashless society that is in the AI, the beast system. And the only way you'll be able to unleash this beast money is by accepting the mark. So these are the testings of the water. This is programming, conditioning, getting you accustomed to, used to the idea. They've been doing it for years by starting out with things like PayPal. Now they got Cash App. That's conditioning in the mind. Becoming more dependent on the systems that they're handing to you, so you become codependent on the enemy and their systems and networks. So that way when they take it away from you for being a bad girl or a bad boy, you will have no choice but to live without or beg for mercy. Once they have control over all these things, such as the waters, food supply, gas, oil, and all the great, wonderful things you need to survive in this world. Because they don't want you to turn to nature to survive. They want you to depend on them. And that's just the way it is. Not saying you can't use tools in this world and be awake, because a lot of sleepwalkers like to use that to counterattack the truth and don't even realize that they're being a supporter of the oppression of the system. So when you tell me, well, then why do you have a car and go to work? Because I use them as tools in this world, because I'd rather live out in nature. But the fact of the matter is I am a mother, and I don't think they'll allow me to live out in nature right now when the world is set up the way that it is. So try to break free from the systems as much as possible. Return to spirit, return in spirit, return to the organic, natural way of living. Consume more organics, healthier waters, stay away from the waters that are, just not healthy. Go with the more, Fiji, pH balance 7.5 maybe, preferably 8 would be nice, alkaline water. But get away from the heavy metals and nano processed food. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. I love you. Stay strong on your battlefields. All TIs. I'm exhausted right now, and I'm still fighting. I'll never give up, and I'm carrying as much weight as I can during these times in this battle for all of you guys. I love you very, very much, and I'm just trying to make it through one day at a time, you guys. I love you. Stay strong. Never give up.